Hi everyone, Star-Lord is here. Today's topic is going to be about empaths. What is an empath? How do you know if you're one? And what to do to protect yourself if you find yourself overly empathic in situations. So to start off with, what is an empath? An empath is generally classified as someone who has extreme empathy, meaning that you can feel and pick up on the emotions of other people. Sometimes even the thoughts of other people. At other times, in the extreme cases of an empath, you could even pick up on the physical pain of someone. That's the type of empath that I am and have been pretty much most of my life. The empath can sometimes really have a difficult struggle if you don't know how to deal with it. As I know for myself, when I was younger, it was difficult. I was picking up on other people's pain, on other people's emotions, and it became extremely confusing for me because I didn't know where the line was drawn, which was me and which was the other person. How did I know if the stomach ache that I had belonged to me or belonged to someone else in my family who was having an episode with their stomach? It was extremely confusing, and I know myself, when I was younger, I assumed everybody was like this. I just felt that that was how human beings were. We picked up on things from other people. Only to realize later on in life that no, that's not how everybody is. Some people have virtually no empathy. Other people have just like a normal amount of empathy. And some people, like empaths, have extreme amounts of empathy. Again, it can be a difficult road on the spiritual front to navigate. I've had to learn how to deal with this. It went from a small amount of I can feel this thing from someone else when I was younger to as I got older and experienced had a lot of life experiences and dealt with physical pain myself and so forth, that my empathy even grew more so. When I would find myself in a situation where I was with a loved one, say for example, and they were in the hospital and experiencing extreme pain or what have you, I was right along there with them, feeling that, to the point where I would sometimes have to leave the room because I was so ill myself. And I ended up feeling at a certain point in my life that this was really unfair because I felt I can't help them by experiencing their pain. I can sort of explain to them what I'm feeling and they can say, yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling. But I wasn't able to do anything to be able to alleviate their pain. So I kind of felt at a certain point, what is the reason for this? What is the point for this? Why would I be picking up on someone else's pain if I can't help them? So empathy does have its place, I believe. It is important for us to connect with other human beings from time to time, especially when they're going through something and they feel that nobody understands. Having this extreme empathy has been a big help to me in that respect because I was able to put myself very easily in someone else's shoes and sort of work with them in order to help alleviate the situation or figure out what to do about it. However, it still left me with this feeling like I can't be always at the mercy of other people. I have a lot of people in my life, and at any given time, someone is going through something. So it's just not realistic for me to expect to always be there, to be this empath and be able to understand everything. So I realized at a certain point it's important for me to be able to help myself in these situations. I did learn practices, I learned the tools to be able to protect myself in situations like that, because it can sometimes be on the borderline of harmful when you do this, because now there's two people in pain, and that's just not good for anybody. So I learned how to protect myself through my spiritual journey and growth. I learned how to properly meditate, clear chakras, do these kinds of things in order to be able to actually be of more service to the person in the situation. Although the empathy still remained, I was able to at least disconnect to a certain degree from the person who was this sort of situation. So I felt I was better able to be of assistance to them by doing so. The use of crystals. Now, a lot of people will use crystals for these types of things as well, which they do help, they do aid you. My feelings on crystals are it's an individual thing. So I would suggest that if you're going to use crystals in order to aid you and help you in this situation, if you are an extreme empath, that you go to your local metaphysical store or crystal store and speak to the person in charge, because they're the ones who generally know what all the crystals are about. You can inform yourself as well on the internet or through books in order to know which crystals are for what type of thing. But personally, I have found when it comes to crystals, it's something that is individual to the person. If you go into a store, maybe talk to the person in charge and check out all the different crystals that are available for what you're looking for. In this case would be, to aid or help an empath to not absorb everything that is coming from the exterior. I feel that this is what I do, is that I go and I check out all the different crystals in that area, and I see which one feels right, because every one of us has our own energy, we have our own individual vibe, and so certain crystals are going to vibe with us personally. That's why it's best to go, I feel, check them out and see what feels right to you. And if that crystal feels right to you and you can feel that it's going to help you, that's the crystal you're going to want to go with. Personally, I have also found, like I said, that chakra clearing and meditation are extremely helpful, because they help put you in a more balanced energy. And therefore, you're able to distinguish, first of all, what is your energy from someone else's, and you're better able to remain somewhat detached when you're trying to aid or help someone who is in a situation where they're feeling emotional pain or physical pain, or however the empath, some people just pick up emotional distress from someone. Other people, like myself, will pick up both emotional distress and physical distress. So this is my advice on this particular subject, to try and use meditation and whatever other spiritual practices that you do, yoga, what have you, in order to help balance your energy, to be able, and crystals, whatever, it's your choice. So you decide whatever is best for you and what is going to work for you. But these are the suggestions that I have for someone dealing with empathy that is causing, confusion or distress to you. If it is not, if, you're an empath and you feel it and you know that you're okay with it, you can handle it, you can deal with it, and you've, found your balance with it, then, it's not anything you need to worry about. In terms of astrological likelihood with empaths, I know it's been said before that the water signs, the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, do tend to be more empathic than the non-water signs. I don't know what I really think about that. For me, the moon signs are what connect us to our emotions. So a lot of times people, it doesn't matter what sign you are, you can be an earth sign, a fire sign, what have you, and have your moon in Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and still be an extreme empath. I myself am double water, so it's moon and sun. Perhaps that's why I'm extremely empathic. I'm not sure if that's the case. All I know is that I've met many empaths, of people of all kinds of astrological signs. But perhaps the water element might give you a little bit more of that edge. Um, so that's my topic for today, is on empathy. And let me know in the comments below if you feel you are an empath and how you deal with it or conduct your life as an empath. And thank you very much for tuning in. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Star Lord is signing off. Bye-bye for now.